Spider-Man Last Hunt premieres on January 29th only on LewisFilms. You can watch the official trailer in the description below. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about an original draft for Spider-Man No Way Home, which included Venom and a couple of other things. So let's talk about it. So as you guys know, at the end of Spider-Man No Way Home, we had the culmination of the three Spider-Men. We had Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield with Tom Holland fighting the four technically villains at the end of the movie, with Lizard, Electro and Sandman, then obviously Green Goblin with Doc Ock helping them all out. Well, in an original draft for the movie, it was actually planned to have Venom join the final battle. Now, how Venom would have interacted or be included within the story previous to the final battle is actually unknown, but we know that somewhere in there he was actually meant to be included within this film in one of the early drafts of the script. How he would have been included, I'm not so sure. Personally, I do think he probably would have been a late third act thing, because Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield being included was a huge development in the story and in the plot, and they actually had significant roles in there to fulfill. For example, Andrew's redemption and then Tobey's moment at the end of the film was all being built up throughout their appearance in the movie. Now, where they would have included Venom in this, would they have included Venom within the same scene in which Andrew and Tobey first appeared, which was in Ned's grandma's house? I'm not so sure, because they were trying to find Peter Parker and that wouldn't have really worked with the Venom symbiote. Or would it have been something else? Either way, that is not the craziest thing that this early draft of the script actually included. In this early draft of the script, the same one where Venom showed up, actually had Venom join the final battle, Tobey Maguire to die, and then the Venom symbiote would actually revive Tobey Maguire, which means we would have had the black-suited Tobey Maguire suit once again make an appearance in Spider-Man No Way Home, which would have been absolutely crazy. However, I think this would have been a complete mess. I don't think this would have worked at all, purely because I think shoehorning Venom into that final battle would have really probably took away from Andrew and Tobey. And yes, I know that Sony has their four big IPs now. They've had the Tobey Maguire trilogy, they've had the Andrew Garfield movies, they've got the Tom Holland movies in the MCU, and then Venom is becoming a very popular franchise for Sony as a solo series, not including Spider-Man. So to include those four together would have been a big moment for Sony, and I can imagine Sony being the ones pushing for this, because obviously they'd want to include their big four Spider-Man characters over the last 20 years all in one movie. However, I think Venom being in there wouldn't have worked at all, and then killing off Tobey Maguire and bringing him back with the symbiote, that just seems a bit weird and just kind of out of the box for what the story was going for. You know, Venom wasn't included within the entire thing, and then he just comes in, saves Tobey, and then goes again. I don't think it really works, personally. However, it would have been cool to see Venom in this, but I don't think it would have been worth the cluster that would have been this movie if Venom was actually in it. Also, speaking of which, let's talk about the fact that Tobey Maguire was actually meant to die at the end. And what I found strange about this was that if you actually watch the movie, Tobey Maguire does get stabbed by the Green Goblin's glider, obviously referencing back to how Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin got stabbed by the glider in Spider-Man 1, almost making that same callback, but it's like a switcheroo this time, and it's almost like Norman getting his revenge on Tobey. That is a bit of a weird moment, because in that moment, you're thinking to yourself, oh my god, Tobey Maguire is dead, right? And then he lies on the floor. It looks like they're about to go through another death scene, and it's all built up, and it all kind of makes sense. But then he doesn't die, and it's a little bit weird. You know, it kind of took me out of the moment a little bit. Not too much, because I absolutely adore this movie and I adore the ending, but I thought that was weird how he got stabbed and then he kind of didn't die. It just felt a bit odd to me, because it felt like they wanted to kill him, but then they didn't kill him because they were unsure if, you know, the backlash was going to be there or not. That's kind of how it felt to me when watching the movie. If they were going to kill him, I think they should have just gone for it, but if they didn't, it kind of just looked like they straddled the fence. They wanted to stab him and look like he was going to die, but then they were like, nah, we're not going to kill him. So it was a bit of a weird one, but this early draft of the script proves to us that that was probably the intention with that scene in the first place. He was actually going to die, and that's probably where he was going to die. So yeah, a bit of a weird one. However, I think all the Venom stuff is really a cluster. I don't think it would have worked at all, but let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think about these early drafts of the No Way Home script? Do you think all the Venom stuff would have worked? Do you think Tobey Maguire dying would have worked, and him being brought back by the symbiote? Tell me what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching this video. If you did enjoy, make sure to like on it, subscribe if you are new for more Spider-Man Spider-Man news and updates. I bring you all types of Spider-Man news from all the movies. I give you little tidbits like this, where it's like talking about early drafts of some scripts, because some of these things are quite interesting. I also make fan fictions and videos on the Spider-Man games as well, so make sure to hit that subscribe button to be informed of all that news and all that kind of stuff. Spider-Man Last Hunt premieres on January 29th, 2022, so mark that off your calendars. It's going to be insane. I can't wait for you guys to see it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care and peace.